So this is my take on the 2020 presidential election that's coming up between Joe Biden for Democrats and Donald Trump for re-election as Republican. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of Wikipedia references. You can go ahead and say what I'm saying is totally untrue or whatever, but this is my theory. I'm just a kid that's trying to prove a point. So right now, I have two different theories of how President Trump will win re-election. This first one is based off of governors, and currently there's two different states that are different, but every other state, if it's Democrat, has Democratic governor, if it's Republican, has Republican governor. Two different states, which is Kentucky and Louisiana, both currently have Democratic governors, but historically Kentucky and Louisiana voted Republican. And I'm gonna call them for Donald Trump and that would give him past 270 to win the election. Because if we look at the 2019 election, the Democrat, Andy Bashir, only won by about 5,000 people, which that could easily flip based on this was a year ago. So within a year, 5,000 people could have changed to become a Republican for the vote. Now, Louisiana also won by a narrow margin of 40,000, which may not seem that small, but it can still flip around depending on how it goes out. But I'm gonna say I call them for Trump because historically Kentucky and Louisiana have voted Republican ever since the end of the American Civil War and the abolishment of slavery. So this is my take on how President Trump would win the election based on governors if he manages to flip Kentucky and Louisiana. My second take is on the 2018 midterms. It's how midterms voted. I forget how Maine voted. I'm pretty sure it voted Democratic. I'm not sure. But the main difference is if Montana and New Mexico flip to Republican. And those are only two states Trump has to win, which means he can give up Pennsylvania, which Pennsylvania has been a swing state, which he won in 2016. But polls recently have shown Joe Biden has a very small lead in Pennsylvania. And so my take on it is based on the House of Representatives as of January 1st, 2019, sorry. A lot of the state is more Republican than it is Democratic. The reason why Democrats have seen a majority is because they have won Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, which is where a majority of population lives. But if he manages to flip some of these smaller areas, it can flip to Republican if he wanted to, which puts him in a bigger lead, than I have right here. Because right now he has 1 point and 3 points ahead, but he would still win re-election. And now, some of you are asking, why have I called Florida for both of them? Well, if you look at the 2018 Florida election, we have Ron DeSantis actually winning as a Republican in it. And there has been a lot of polls that I've seen that has called Florida for the Republicans, which, if it happens, then Joe Biden would have to manage to flip Florida in order to win the re-election. Now, I call the Deep South and Midwest because also historically, the Midwest also tends to go Republican. That is mainly my take on how the election would go. Now, this can be false because polls have shown that Biden leads in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania can flip to Republican if it wanted to, if my mouse could work. If my mouse could work. It could actually make Trump go farther in the lead, which in both cases, it would still keep Trump in a majority. But that's my take on why I think that President Trump will get reelected, and also because Biden is Biden. That man cannot become president of the United States. I'll probably make a video on why I think he is not fit for office. Anyways, this is going to wrap it up here. I know that this isn't a very accurate prediction, but this is my prediction given just a small amount of research that I've done and my assumptions on what would happen. Anyways, if you want more political stuff on this channel, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.